Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on what even is today? Day 3 of the second week of the Inte research event. I completely forgot what was going on today. Not getting 100 sleep points, that's fun. We are going to start off with 17,427 sneaky snacking, 5 apples for going to bed on time. And let's see why exactly I didn't get 100 sleep points. 97. I did wake up a little earlier today than expected, but I still thought I got 8.5 hours of sleep. 7,916 is the grand total. And for the daily lottery, we're looking at 1 Poke Biscuit. Very nice. Will not complain about that. Our stock is running very low, uncomfortably low on the Poke Biscuit stock. So I'm happy for that. Let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report and see exactly what happened and why I didn't get a full sleep. Session 305. 8 hours, 17 minutes. Okay, that's why. That's weird. Okay, anyway, dozing, 11%, 58% snoozing, and 31% slumbering. Cool, let's move on. That does mean snoozing type, which is perfect for what we're trying to do. The more fire types that show up, the better. Even though it is pseudo-balanced, it will skew towards that snoozing type, as always. So, that'll be nice. 3 stars, I'm gonna go 4. There we go. There's an atop belly with a bunch of 1 and 2 stars. Inte is on the board. I did use an incense last night, but not the Inte incense. It was a different incense that I have a bunch of. And, woo! That's new. Cool. Yeah, it was a different incense that I had a bunch of, and I figured, you know what? Every extra spawn just helps with the amount of mains we get. And it looks like we only got what? Oh, okay, 7. So we got Chikorita, Growlithe, Rattata, Charmander, Totodile, Flareon, Vulpix. Quite a few that I actually would like to catch. So that's kind of a good thing. Then we have this atop belly Bayleaf. Worth quite a bit of dream shards. Is this the first Bayleaf? It is. Very interesting to get the 4-star for the first one. The buds that ring Bayleaf's neck give off a spicy aroma that perks people up. Maybe the Pokemon sleeping around Bayleaf feel invigorated too. All right, very good. Very, very good. Let's see. Ooh, buddy. Hello, that should be a lot of mains. Oh, only 10. I thought it would be more than that. I thought it'd be closer to 20. Maybe I was just being very optimistic, but still a decent amount of dream shards. It is only the 1 star. So maybe that's why. All right. So there's 2 Charizard sleep stock. So that's good. We're looking good now. Who's hungry? Still no Inte, unfortunately. Flareon's hungry. We don't need a Flareon by any means. We have a very, very good Flareon. Unfortunately, Totodile is not hungry and Vulpix is not hungry, but Chikorita's hungry. Well, of course, I already fed Chikorita, so we're going to use that 1 biscuit because there's no point using a bonus biscuit here. And then for the other 2, I think I'm going to go for the Totodile as much as I want to get the Vulpix because it's new and I want a better one. We already have a solid fire team and Vulpix would be for the team that we're currently using. So I don't really see any reason to prioritize Vulpix over Totodile since we know Totodile is going to be useful when the Suicune event happens. So I think as late as it is in the Inte event, Totodile is actually the higher priority now. If this was like day 2 of week 1, then, you know, maybe catching the Vulpix would be more important. But since it's not, and since we have time before the Suicune event, you know what? No, I'm going to see if I can catch it. I want to take this Totodile home. Okay, cool. We can take it home. That's good. The Vulpix would be nice, but just with it already being Wednesday, we already have a good Typhlosion. Just doesn't really seem like there's much need to hurry up and catch one anymore. As far as the candy we're going to send out, I think I am going to still send out the Vulpix candy since it is new. Try to help people stock up on it. 65 mains gained today. Very good. That's very good. 2,888 research XP to Dream Shards and 6,336 Dream Shards for a total of a little over 9,000, about 9,200 and some change. So not a bad return. Hitting level 55 has definitely changed things quite substantially. A level 15 and Jolly on this first Chikorita with Cocoa, Honey, Cocoa. Not the biggest thing to worry about, but Research XP bonus to start with. Not quite what we want to see, but not the worst. Inventory up S, also not necessary. Doubling up with M is very not necessary. Skill Trigger S is not good. Helping Speed S, also not good. And Jolly Nature. Jolly Nature's not bad for a berry specialist, but not the best. But still not bad. It's a nature that I can get behind, but apparently, for some reason, the calculator thinks this Chikorita is super bad. I don't think it's that bad. Well, maybe it is. There's no sub-skills that actually help the berry finding, so maybe it is worse than I'm giving it credit for, but I don't think this one's that bad. I think the nature helps. There's no ingredient finder ups, but there's also nothing that really helps it between level 1 and 60. So unfortunately, this will be going to the professor. So we can go ahead and move on. That was an easy one to decide. We do have a pretty decent Meganium already, so it would have to be really good. And essentially, it needs berry finding for me to keep it. And Totodile is almost in the same boat, but not quite. I still don't have what I would call a decent Totodile. So if this one's somewhat okay, then it might actually be worthwhile if it's above, I think, 60 PR. Dream Shard bonus, Helping Speed S is a good start. Inventory up, Ingredient Finder, same thing. Just not giving me the best stuff. And Calm, the worst. You know what? I can already tell this is going to be bad. We're just going to rate it for the funsies, but I can tell you right now, this is going to the professor. Both Totodile and Chikorita are going to be about the same PR if I had to guess. Which is funny. I actually feel like the Chikorita was better. Like, just from my own estimation and my own intuition, the Chikorita felt a little bit better than the Totodile. But this Totodile seems really bad, especially with Calm Nature. And yet, for some reason, the calculator thinks the Totodile's better. But who knows? Either way, both going straight to the professor. And yeah, we can go ahead and move on. No point in dilly-dallying there. Another 791 research XP. I just barely missed breakfast. That sucks. I did wake up early, but didn't mean I had extra time. Some folks around here, particularly the doggers, decided that he does not want to feel good today, so kind of pushed my recording back little bit. But we did get 42 reports with 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, nope, only 12 that doubled up with 2 3 4 of them that were intake candy, so that's good. Very nice. Only 15 mains today. Ooh, that's not good. All level 5s too. All right, well, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Only 15 mains. Nothing we can do about it. Okay, so since we missed breakfast, I do want to go ahead and collect from Flareon and try to get another skill trigger, which of course we have. I did already have one built up for breakfast from last night, but just to use a few extra ingredients since we did miss breakfast and don't get to use the ingredients for that, we will get another skill trigger. There we go. There's a good one. 4,000. I think actually yesterday was a really good day for skill triggers with Typhlosion and Entei specifically. I got 3 skill triggers from Entei, so definitely trying to put in some work to stay on the team. Let's see if we can start off with another one. There we go. All right, well, another skill trigger from Entei. So that's 4 from this Entei, just about in just about a 24-hour time period, slightly over, but that is just incredibly good RNG, incredibly good luck. That was incredibly bad luck. Not a single one of those rolls was corn. Yikes. Not good. But a lot of sausage from that, so that's good. All right, let's get into making this keema curry and let's see how this turns out. We've got a lot that we can throw in here, an extra 34 ingredients. So let's clear out a lot of this excess that we don't need to hold on to. And probably still need to throw in some extra stuff. Oh, forgot the apples. So only 3 more. And yeah, that'll do it. Cool. I don't know if we need any more sausage for the rest of the week. We're sitting at 200 currently, and probably about 175 after this meal. But 62,672 from this meal alone. This might be a level 55 meal by the time we end this week. Let's see how this pans out. That does put us at master, what is that, 12? Yeah, master 12. One more rank, which hopefully I'll be able to get by dinner. And that puts the 2-star Entei on the board, even though it's very unlikely to show up because of how much drowsy power it costs for a 2-star Entei. But it will be possible, just very, 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 very unlikely. Other than that, everything is looking pretty good and taken care of. I don't believe there's any more missions completed. No, not yet. And then for the weekly, no missions completed yet. If that Totodile had been good, that could have been a prime candidate for investing candies into, but unfortunately, yikes, that Totodile was bad. So yeah, still trying to figure out what I want to invest those candies in for the missions. Other than that, things are going really well. It's Wednesday, we're already master 12, probably gonna be, I think we could be 13 by the end of the day. 100 and something thousand, maybe. Honestly, I'm at a point where I might actually take Charizard off the team and swap in Pupitar just to get a little bit of extra ginger to feel comfortable. In fact, I think that is what I'm going to do. We have a ton of sausage. I do want to keep Typhlosion on the team just to keep that high berry production. Since we have so much sausage built up, we don't really need to worry about it for a day. Where's Pupitar? There you are. I do think we're going to use an energy pillow though. 57. Yes, we are. I almost hit send a professor. Don't do that. Energy pillow. Perfect. 107%. That should help with our ginger stores. Hopefully after just one day, I can get enough to where, we can swap him back out for the Charizard. And maybe even eventually, keep hoping that we're going to get a skill trigger very quickly with Flareon, but unlikely. Maybe eventually swap that, if we can get Corn to a decent spot, swap that Dragonair out for another fire type. That would be really good. I don't know who. Might just have to pick our best Vulpix maybe. Yeah, probably. Most likely is that's probably what I'll do. Just pick the best Vulpix that we have, throw it on the team, maybe not even invest in it. But yeah, other than that, that's kind of how things are going. Things are going pretty well. One thing that is an interesting little quality of life change they added that I never really touched on in the videos. I've noticed it, but it's never come up. But I thought it would be fun to go and take a look. There is this Pokemon candy section now in your inventory. So if you didn't see, how I got there. We go ahead and back out. I should have just narrated it. So if you click on main menu, then click on bag, and then swipe over twice, you got your Pokemon candies, and this shows you how much you have for all of the Pokemon. The interesting thing you can do is you can sort by the number held, and you can see how much candy you have and which candies you have the most of. So the interesting thing that I thought would be fun is to let me know in the comments which candy you have the most of and how many you have. I'd like to see your top 3. So mine's Jigglypuff at 968, Pikachu at 864, and somehow Wobbuffet at 706. So go ahead and go to your candies, click on these sort contents by number held, and then flip the arrow to the right to whichever one puts the most to where the arrow is pointing down. And then let me know in the comments what your top 3 are, and if you're surprised by what you've got. The Pikachu doesn't surprise me. Jigglypuff, not a big surprise. The Wobbuffet was very surprising that that's my number 3. I was very, very shocked when I saw that I had that much Wobbuffet candy for some reason. But yeah, I just thought that'd be a little fun thing to do, just to kind of help pass the time in this final week of the Entei research, because things are going kind of slow. Not a whole lot's happening this week, mainly because I'm trying to see if I can get a natural Entei spawn, but I'm hoping towards the weekend things are going to pick up a little bit more, and hopefully we can find natural Entei and we don't have to use an incense for it, but I might have to. We do have 729 mains, which is very good, so plenty to buy whatever we need if one shows up. Just still holding on to the mains, not buying anything just yet. If I get to 1,000, I might go ahead and buy the main skill seed, because at that point I feel like I'd still be able to buy whatever I need if one shows up. But for now, still gonna hold on to them. I do have the incense in the bag already that I could use, just don't quite want to yet if I don't have to, because I do want to have an Entei incense when the event is over to hold on to, just like I have a Raikou incense for now. And I don't want to buy the expensive one if I don't have to. So I'm going to hold on to it for a little while. We'll see how things go. And if it gets to the weekend and things aren't looking good, then I might have to start using some, but I really don't want to if I don't have to. But that said, that's going to be it for me today. Again, if you missed yesterday's video, there is a poll in the community tab of my channel. Just click on my name, my channel name right below the video. Go over to the community tab, and there is a poll trying to figure out what you guys want me to do. There were a lot of responses so far, but I just want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to have their voice heard. So go to that community tab and vote in that poll on what you want to see as far as other Pokemon content on this channel or not, and let me know. That said, that is going to be it for me. Also, while you're there, in the description of this video, I did start a new channel just for live streams, so make sure to subscribe to that channel as well as this channel. Still only about 60% of people that watch this channel are subscribed. So you may think you are subscribed, because YouTube's really good about telling you about my videos if you watch them, even if you're not subscribed. So double check and make sure you are subscribed. But that's going to be it. I've said that 4 or 5 times now, but for real, that's going to be it this time. Anyway, y'all have a good day, a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.